Hello! This is part 2 of my Animal Crossing tier list video where I literally rank every single villager in Animal Crossing New Horizons. These are just my opinions, so feel free to tell me how wrong I am in the comments. If you didn't watch part 1, you should probably watch that first and then come back to this video because there's about to be a whole bunch of spoilers for part 1. Alright, so I'm gonna quickly scroll through what we already have, but you can kind of see here who my S tier villagers are so far. They're not in any particular order, just like last time. A tier villagers are right there, B tier, C tier, and D tier. Where did D tier go? All my D tier villagers went into here. Let me fix that. Now that we've put all those villagers in their place, time to move on to the actual part 2. Maggie is pretty cute. She's just kind of a regular old pig. B tier. I feel like I've never seen Mallory before. She looks extremely unfamiliar. I'm gonna put her in C tier. She's not horrible, but it kind of looks like she's got like a comb over, and I don't really like that. Maple! I love Maple! So cute. I love the cub villagers in general, but like Maple, yeah, she's definitely S tier. She's adorable. I don't understand what's going on with Marcel. Like, is he supposed to be a clown? I'm putting him in D tier, but please tell me exactly what his deal is in the comments because I honestly just don't know. For a kangaroo villager, Marcy isn't like totally horrible, but she's not great. I'm gonna put her in C tier. Archie's okay. She reminds me of like one of those lollipops that my grandma used to give me as a kid. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Marina! Oh, I love Marina. Marina is the cutest little octopus ever. She's definitely S tier, I think. I'm going a lot for the S tier this time, but like really, Marina is S tier for sure. Marshall! Oh my gosh, another S tier. Marshall's name is based on the word marshmallow, and he is for sure a little fluffy marshmallow. I would love to have him on my island, but I have not run into him. If you're doing some sort of like creepy gothcore island, Matilda is fantastic for that. Matilda is A tier. Definitely fits in with Ken. That kind of feel like Cherry, you know, like if you're doing that edgy island, Matilda has to be on your island. Like, how could Matilda not be on your island if you're doing that thing? I'm pretty sure Megan is a new villager to Animal Crossing New Horizons, like she wasn't in any of the previous games. She's okay, not my favorite. I'm putting her in B tier. Melba is adorable. I think even A tier. For me, I think it's her little cheeks, like the little rosy cheeks. I just want to hug her. She's so cute. Meringue's horn is a strawberry. How cute is that? I have Meringue on my island, and despite the fact that she might potentially be involved in a murder like Mrs. Lovett style, Meringue is S tier for sure. Mary was like super trendy for a while, and I do think Mary is cute, but I don't think Mary is like the cutest cat ever. Like, I'm gonna put her in, yeah, Mary deserves to be in A tier. Midge is pretty cute, but I don't feel like Midge looks like they belong in this game. Putting Midge up in B tier. Mint, it's the situation with green villagers. A lot of times they look sick, but of the green villagers, Mint isn't totally awful. I'm gonna put her in C tier. I have mixed feelings on Miranda. Like, on the one hand, I think that her color scheme is really cool, but on the other hand, I'm like, she looks like she's kind of mean. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Mira, I feel like, is kind of like the superhero crew, right? Because we've got like Agent S and all of them. They gave her really crazy eyelashes on top of her mask, and I think if they didn't do that, I actually think her design would be a lot better. Mitzi is so cute. You're A tier. Yes, you are, you cute little kitty. I feel like most of the cats are like A tier, except Mo. He is C tier. His eyes just look awkward. Molly is the cutest little duck. Oh my goodness. Definitely my favorite duck villager. She's S tier. Monique is a monstrosity. I'm scared to look at her. She is D tier. Monty is okay. I think his eyes are too far apart, so C tier. In case you skipped part 1, I really don't like it when Animal Crossing villagers have like human hair on their face, and that's why Moose the mouse is in D tier. Mott also kind of has this human facial hair thing going on. I get it, like it's his mane, so it's a little bit less bad. He's D tier. Muffy! Muffy was one of my 2 starting villagers. Is she S tier? I mean, there are no other villagers that embody goth as perfectly as Muffy. However, I do think her eyes can come off a little creepy. I'm gonna leave her in A tier. Murphy is another green villager. He's definitely low C tier. Oh, Nana, I love Nana. She's adorable. I feel like her name is kind of like banana, you know, like Nana banana. She is B tier because her eyes are a teensy, tiny bit creepy. Nan is super cute too with her sister. I think it's her sister anyways. Where is her sister? Chevre. Nan and Chevre are a pair. They need to go together. So Naomi is a bit much, like a lot of bit much. I'm putting her in D tier. Despite kind of looking like Winnie the Pooh when you see him from the back, when Nate turns around, that green unibrow is a huge no. D tier. Forget what I said about Mint. Nibbles is definitely the worst squirrel. D tier. I would run away if I saw her. Norma, on the other hand, is adorable. She's like high B tier. O'Hare is confusing to me. His eyes just kind of like stop and don't complete the circle, so he just looks a little bit angry all the time. Plus, I feel like the color combination is really weird. D tier. Octavian! Oh boy, Octavian is such a cool villager. Octavian is A tier. I wish Octavian was a little bit less grumpy, but his house is really cool. Olaf is basically the Michael Jackson villager. I don't feel like it transfers well to an anteater, which is why he's going in C tier. Olive is super cute. She's definitely at least A tier. Olivia is really awkward looking, but I don't think she's like all the way down to D tier. I think she's still C tier. Opal is green, which I can kind of get past actually in this case because it's an elephant, but the hair, she only has hair on half of her head. That's why. I'm putting her in C tier. Ozzy looks like he'd be like a good old chap. He would definitely have an Australian accent. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Ansetti looks like Miss Piggy. I really think D tier. She just looks awkward. Tango has a little bit of a weird color scheme, but I don't totally hate it. I'm gonna put her in C tier. Paolo is a pink elephant and he's kind of funny, but like he also has weird eyebrows, so I'm gonna keep him in C tier. Pappy! I have Pappy on my island. I think he was what, my 3rd villager? He is a very unique villager as an Okapi. He's the only Okapi villager. He's totally S tier. Pashmina is one of the better goat villagers. I like her vibe. I think I'm actually gonna put her in A tier. Pate wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the eyebrows. I don't know what's going on with Pate's eyebrows, but it looks like they're like these like weird forehead ridges instead of eyebrows. Because of the eyebrows. I can't get past the eyebrows. Patty is like the most normal looking cow villager I have ever seen. C tier. Paula is a no. D tier. I like Peaches, but I don't know why her eyes are like that. I think I'm gonna leave her in C tier. Peanut. Oh, Peanut is cute. I think I'm gonna put Peanut in A tier. I wouldn't mind having Peanut on my island. Look at those eyes and the little pink, like so cute. Pecan was on my boyfriend's island for a while, and at first I was like, because I'd had like some bad experiences with snooty villagers. Mayel, cough cough, really low A. Peck is one of the creepiest villagers because his eyes are just, there's nothing there really, and then his eyebrows are red. What is that? D tier. Pee-wee is one of the better gorilla villagers. Yeah, I think Pee-wee is B tier. Peggy looks scary too, but not as scary as this one over here. So we're gonna put Peggy up in C tier. Pico is a favorite for a lot of people. I'm kind of digging the eyeliner, to be honest. I think the eyes bump her up to A tier. Penelope might be good for a kid court island. Her ears are a bow, but that makes it look like Does she have ears? Like, it's a little bit confusing. I'm gonna put her in C tier. Phil is okay, kind of interesting villager, but nothing really going for them in my opinion. I'm gonna put him in C. Phoebe is a phoenix and has like a crazy cool firehouse. By firehouse, I mean like not like putting out fires. I mean like she lives in this like lava-filled craziness. B tier though. Where do we even put her? Like she would fit in a jungle island. She would fit in a jungle island. Pierce is super cute, like very adorable jock villager. I think he actually deserves an A tier. I wasn't expecting to put him so high, but like looking at the other villagers on here, like I feel like Pierce and Celia, oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Pietro is controversial. I'm not like scared of clowns all that much, so like Pietro isn't the worst for me. I'm gonna put Pietro in B tier. Pinky I had on my island. She is very, very cute and pretty and stuff, but girl, she is shade D. I think she is A tier. She's a handful though. She's caused a lot of drama, so if you take her on your island, be ready for that. Piper is a very like basic, she's not awful, but there's not really much special going for her. I think I'm gonna leave her in C tier. I'm confused about Pippi's eyes. Are the freckles its eyes? Does it just have a lot of eyes? Is it secretly a spider? Regardless, D tier because confusing. Plucky is kind of like cute in my opinion. The white eyeliner, you know, not everybody will dig that, but I actually think Plucky is pretty cute. I think she's like high C tier. Pom Pom does the thing with her eyes, like that's kind of like weird and awkward, but she makes it look good. I don't know how she does it, but I think she's gonna go in B tier. Poncho is just a regular old blue kind of bear. Not as cute as Blue Bear, like the official Blue Bear. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Poppy is adorable. Everything about her is just so cute. She's got like her eyeliner, her face. Poppy is S tier. Portia is pretty cute for a dog. I feel like she doesn't get enough love. Not my favorite of the dog villagers, but I think she's solid B tier. Prince has the awkward 5 o'clock shadow going on. That's D tier. Puck is pretty awkward looking. Not my favorite, but not totally horrible, so C tier. Puddles confuses me. I don't know if she's wearing a mask or if she's like a very specific type of frog, but her eyes are really cute. I'm gonna put her in C tier, but like I definitely could see an argument for D tier just because her design is confusing. Oh, Pudge. I feel bad for Pudge. I'm gonna put him in C tier though. Punchy, my old pal. He's been on my island before. He was having a little bit of an existential crisis when he was there. I think he's an A tier villager for me. Pearl. I just like saying her name. Missing a nose though, so I can't put her above B tier. Queenie is a big no from me. That is a D tier villager. Coulson, I could actually see on some like very specific like nerd island, so I'm gonna put him in C tier. Rattle is such a unique design. He's not A tier, but he's definitely like high B. Rasher looks pretty creepy. There's definitely a lot of personality going on for Rasher, but it's not my favorite kind of personality. He could be on a jungle island. He could be on like more of like a horror themed island. So I'm gonna put him in C tier. Raymond. So Raymond is on my island, right? He is S tier. I know some people will be like, oh, of course you're putting Raymond in S tier. Everybody puts Raymond in S tier, blah de blah. But really, Raymond is a very unique villager. His house is interesting, and he might be a murderer. Also, if you're confused about the talk of murder, you probably should watch my live stream because everything will make a lot more sense. I don't know if she's Renee or Renier. In addition to the confusing name, confusing design, definitely a D tier. Renee, on the other hand, like actual Renee, is very stylish and cool. I think she's got like piercings on her ear. Like, girl, yeah, she belongs in A tier. Rex is like your standard happy lion, a little bit basic, so we're gonna leave him in B tier. Rhonda is really creepy for me. I don't like the way her hair is. I wish it went like down her face a little bit more. She kind of reminds me of Muffy, but I feel like I like Muffy's design better. Can't get over the hairline. She's in Z tier. But I know some people are not fans of the robots, but I think they're really cool. I put him in the same kind of category as Coco. I think that he belongs in A, like not having that universal mass appeal. Ricky has a unibrow and scary eyes, so D tier. Rizzo, I think, is based on some sort of thing that I don't really know much about. Put Rizzo in D. Guys, tell me what he's about in the comments. Rolled, I love Rolled, baby penguin. At least A tier. Robin definitely belongs with those other bird villagers. They're all in this kind of like C tier. Rocco is green in color, and you guys know me, I don't usually like it when villagers have green colors. However, I make kind of an exception for hippos and for elephants. They have this like leathery kind of skin, and it makes sense that they would kind of have more of a green color scheme. Doesn't look like the type of villager that I would be okay with, but I'm actually gonna put him in C tier because I can think of enough islands where he would be good on. Rocket is another one of the superhero group. I'm just gonna leave them right here. Okay, so the first time I saw Rodeo, all I saw was Rodeo's eyes, and I thought that I was in the wrong game, and it was super duper scary. Definitely an A tier villager. Rodney is awful. I hate it. D tier. Rod, on the other hand, is adorable. Look at this little guy. Did he take that hat off, or is that what? Can he wear a hat on his hat? I'm gonna put him in B tier. Rolf is good if you have a jungle kind of island or even a winter island. He does have weird red rings around his eyes though. I'm up to B tier. Rooney, I really don't like. There's just too much going on. I'm putting him in D tier. Rory is like a crazy looking lion. He does have some weird facial hair things going on. I think I'm gonna put him in D tier. Roscoe is the king of the goths though. He is a cool dude. He's S tier. I could see him on a lot of different islands just being really cool. Rosie is so cute. Her color scheme is perfect. Her personality is amazing. She is missing a nose, and normally I would be like, no, you can't without a nose. But Rosie, I make an exception for. Yep, she's S tier. Rowan is okay. The tiger villagers always, I feel like, have a spot because of jungle core. I'm gonna put Rowan in C tier. Ruby is cute. I know some people are afraid of Ruby because red eyes, but bunnies have red eyes. That's a thing, and we shouldn't hate on bunnies just because they have red eyes. I'm putting Ruby in B tier. Rudy is just a regular old cat, but he is very cute. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Sally is like just a squirrel. There's really not much going for Sally. I'm putting Sally in C tier. Samson is an interesting one because I find Samson kind of creepy, but I think that that's not the case for everyone. Very big smile. I'm putting Samson in the C tier. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but I really dislike Sandy's design. The little things coming out of her head just look really awkward. I'm putting her in D tier. Savannah is the only zebra villager. Perfect for jungle core, an interesting villager in general. We're moving Savannah all the way up to A tier. Scoot is a green villager, but Scoot is a duck, and there are green ducks, so I'm okay with this. I'm gonna put Scoot in B tier. Cherry, I have mixed opinions on because like I've heard some things about her yellow hands and feet, so I'm gonna put her in C tier. I don't really like Sheldon's design. Sheldon looks angry. I think Sheldon is just low C. Shep, I like Shep a lot. I think he's an S tier villager. I like how the floof of the stuff like covers his eyes, but he's smiling, so like you don't need to see his eyes to know he's happy. Like that's so cute. Sherb is adorable, perfect for any sort of fairy core island. We're gonna move Sherb all the way up to S tier. Simon has a kind of unique design, but it's not one of my favorite. I think he belongs in B tier. Sky is cute. She gives me like kind of like Luna Lovegood vibes. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Sly is okay. Very interesting design. I like the eyes actually. Overall, there's like kind of a lot going on. I'm gonna put Sly in C tier. Snake is hilarious and cute at the same time, but I think I'm gonna put Snake in B tier. Snooty is a no. D tier. I mean, her name to begin with, like she's Snooty. Salil, I don't know if I'm saying her name Solia. She's actually pretty cute. I feel like people give her kind of a bad rap. Maybe people don't take her on their islands because they can't pronounce her name. But like in terms of design, I think she's B tier. Sparrow is literally just a bird, so C tier. Spike is like part of that like rough and tumble group. C tier. I don't really understand Spork's design, but not awful, so C tier. Oh, Sprinkle is so cute. cute. Sprinkle is definitely S tier, just like the adorableness is overwhelming. Sprocket is our other robot buddy. Pretty sure my robots are an A tier. They're very unique designs, but not everybody likes them. They're very situational. They're not gonna fit on every eye. Static is a villager that I have grown to love, and I almost took him at one point. I think he's A tier. He's tiny and grumpy, and that's kind of adorable. Stella is cute, kind of a little bit basic, underrated. Like, I don't feel like I hear about Stella all that much. Sterling is very situational, but also very cool. There's like a few night villagers. I would kind of like to see a medieval island that just has all of the night villagers. I'm gonna put him in B tier because his design is really cool, but he's just like too situational. Okay, this cat is green. It has no visible nose, and its name is Stinky. D tier. Stitches! Oh my gosh, Stitches, 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 Stitches. S tier. Obviously, Stitches is one of my favorite villagers, if not my favorite villager of all time. He is so adorable and funny and sweet and everything. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of Stitches because they think like the whole stuffed teddy bear thing is kind of creepy, but they're wrong. Stu is just okay. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Sydney is also just like extremely normal, not much going for her. I'm gonna move her up to B tier. Sylvana, so cute. I mean, look at Sylvana's eyes. Look at Sylvana's face. So adorable. Could I put her up in S tier? I think I do. Sylvia looks awkward, but not D tier awkward, C tier awkward. T-Bone is just there, you know, doing his thing. B tier. Abby is terrifying. The lines just don't look right. The nose looks weird. I'm putting her in D tier. Tad is really cute. I think Tad belongs in A tier. Tammy is a spider monkey. I like spider monkey. Put her in B tier. I feel like I have never seen this villager before, but Tammy, you are going in D tier. Probably the worst cub. Tangy. Tangy's cute. I don't have the same attachment to Tangy that a lot of people do. Tangy is still A tier. Tank is cute. He's just like your typical rhino. He belongs in B tier. I know some people are like huge fans of Tasha. Not my favorite, but not awful. Put her in B tier. Teddy is super cute. He just looks like a regular old teddy bear. He kind of like looks like what Nate was trying to be, but like failed at being. I think he belongs in B tier. Tex I'm gonna put in C tier. I personally had a bad experience with Tex. He was like super creepy on my second island. Tia is super cute, super unique. I wish that I would see her at some point. I just feel like her and Meringue would be besties. I'm also like a huge fan of T, so she's gotta be S tier. Tiffany is wearing lipstick and has no nose and looks grumpy. D tier. Timber's color scheme is kind of awkward. Her makeup is great, so I'm gonna put her in C tier. Tipper is just like a regular cow. I think I'm gonna put Tipper in B tier. Tom looks very similar to Mo in my opinion. Like they look like they're definitely related. I do feel like Tom is a tiny bit cuter than Mo. Oh, but he is still missing a nose. He belongs in B tier. Truffles is a monstrosity. D tier. Tucker has a very unique design. I don't really like the design, but it is unique. I'm gonna put him in C tier. Tutu is super cute. Like that teddy bear energy that we got from that other villager, Tutu gives that, but like in a like girly way. I think Tutu belongs with the teddy bear in B tier. Twiggy looks grumpy, but the color scheme is kind of cool, and I don't totally hate the design, so C tier. Tybalt, I actually kind of like. I think that's partly because the name Tybalt comes from Romeo and Juliet. I'm gonna put Tybalt in B tier. I don't really like her design, but it's not totally super awful, so C tier. Velma's design is really awkward. I'm gonna put Velma in D tier. Vesta has a really creepy face, but I actually kind of dig it. I'm gonna put Vesta in C tier. I'm confused about what's going on with Vic, but I could see them potentially on like a more medieval themed island, so C tier. Victoria is actually pretty cute. Like I really like how her eye is coming out of that mask. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Violet, I really don't like. She wears those bracelets and like a head thing like all the time. I'm gonna have to put her in C tier, but she's low C tier. Vivian, I like a lot. I had her on my second island for a while. Definitely definitely A tier. Vladimir looks like he's up to no good. He's got the creepy eye thing, not eyebrows, but like just a forehead. D tier. Wade is super cute. He's based on like a baby version, I think, of an emperor penguin. He's a baby. He's a little adorable baby. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Walker is okay. He kind of reminds me of like Mr. Game & Watch, but like in dog form. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Walt kind of looks like he's got the facial hair thing going on, and you would think I would be like, nope, can't have him around, but I actually feel like he's got some interesting things going on with his design. I'm gonna put him in B tier. I like the scar on his face. Like, I feel like that looks cool, and he has like a very clear personality. Wart Jr. I am not a fan of. I know some people like Wart Jr., but I don't. C tier. Weber has the weird eyebrow thing, but it's not as bad as the ones in D tier, so I'm gonna put that in C tier. Wendy's design is kind of funky. I don't think it's for everybody. It's kind of for me. I think that the clothes that she's wearing are awful, but like if you change those out, Whitney is gorgeous, like beautiful villager. She's an S tier villager. Perfect for a lot of islands in general, but winter islands, like a must. Willow, aka highlighter sheep, is also better than I think a lot of people give her credit for. I'm gonna put her in B tier. Winnie is pretty cute with like the little star on her head. Like, that's kind of unique and cool. I don't love her color scheme though, so I'm gonna leave her in B tier. Okay, Wolfgang's design is pretty cool. Definitely getting some like solid wolf vibe thing going on. A tier. Yuka is okay. Regular old koala. B tier. Zell is super cool. Very unique and interesting looking. I love that Zell has kind of like curved horns. I think Zell is A tier. And last, but definitely not least, we have Zucker. Zucker is extremely popular. Definitely been on a lot of people's like top 10 list. He definitely deserves A tier. I know the green freckles are supposed to be something related to takoyaki. At the end of the day, they are green freckles, so I have to put him in A tier. Great, so going through the list, I'm just gonna kind of scroll so you guys can see everything. But this is my Animal Crossing tier list. Let me know in the comments which villagers I placed correctly, and also which ones you think I should move into different tiers because they're your personal favorites or dreamies or whatever. I've been live streaming Animal Crossing on Tuesdays, and I made like a lot of references to that. So if you like this video and you want to see all the crazy shenanigans that are going on my island, make sure to come on Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST to watch the live stream, and subscribe, of course, so then you'll be notified of it and you won't miss it. I also post videos kind of like this on Thursdays, and then on Sundays I post reactions to the Pokemon anime. Bye!